9 Hills. Well, boy, are we going to ever have any kind of fairness across this country again? I really don't think so, because now we have Jack Smith over here opposing, the request for a deadline on the supposedly bad handling of, classified documents by Trump. Of course, Trump's case is, and our case also, is that, there's no way to a fair trial before 2024 election. It's just their way of railroading, the front runner for the 2024 election. Got them over here, just throwing up and saying, bringing up the act of, 74's act, speedy trial. I don't remember any of them ever bringing that up with the J6ers, though, the right to speedy trial.
Oh, the J6ers even that are just still languishing, and it's all a bunch of bullcrap anyway. I just don't even. It's Sunday. I don't want to say bad words.
Yeah, you're right. It is Sunday. Oh, well. Might not be able to help ourselves a little bit. But, speaking of Sunday, daily prayer, people. Mm-hmm. Daily prayer, because honestly, if we don't have some kind of divine intervention, we're not going to pull out of this. We're just
that's what
not.
It's going to come to.
It's got to be a higher power. Yeah, we have to reach out for a higher power.
And sadly, yes, this may be the instance that America needs a miracle, and we are supposed to call on that miracle. But to do that, we have to kind of turn away from all the bad stuff. So, probably having drag queens reading to kids in the public square at
in the libraries.
Yeah, in the libraries, and probably isn't a good idea. But I think there's enough good people out there to combat all the bad, crappy stuff that make us look like complete and utter deviants all over the world.
Yeah.
That maybe if we all pray and if we all are steadfast in our faith and our desires for the goodness of this country, maybe we can have a miracle.
Well, I hate to say it, but where the hell are they on a Sunday? Okay, where the hell are they? Because I'm not seeing a whole lot of pushback from, the Christians of the world. Where are your voices? Why are we not, standing in unison and saying absolutely not? Why are we letting our Christianity be trampled on the way that we are? Why are we letting the deviants of the world take over? And why are we allowing it to be publicized everywhere? Why are we not the voices of, the way that things are in the moral fabric of our country? Why are we not that voice? But in all honesty, where is all the Christian voices? I'm sorry, I'm a little disappointed here. They're in church today. That's where they are.
They're in church today.
And where are they going to be tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day? I don't mean to be bashing on Christians, but come on.
I have a family member that's very dear to me that is very steadfast in her faith and in doing good things for people and trying to lead by example. And she actually changed churches in Sunday school one day when she had had enough, and she said, "We are the problem."
Yeah.
Christian Americans sitting in church and thinking that just going and sitting in Sunday school is going to get us through the pearly gates and is going to change everything. That's not going to change everything. And she had words with some other ladies in her church that wanted to say, this is acceptable, that's acceptable. Well, there's just nothing we can do about it. We have to just go along with it. And she said, "No, I refuse to go along with it. And actually, I think I'm going to find a church home that believes the way that I do."
This is a fight between good and evil.
It is.
This is what it is. It's a fight between good and evil, and you need to pick a side. You need to know which side you're on.
Well, come on. I mean, it's not even, you can take organized religion out of it.
Yeah.
For years and years and years, America had a standard set for our country and our communities within our country that was a good standard. It was a good standard of living. It was based on a simple set of morals, of morality. I mean, when you take morality out, and morality isn't based merely on religion. I mean, we have a moral compass. We all have a moral compass that is within us, and we need to use it.
Yeah, you said it right.
Not that I'm perfect.
You're not?
Oh, boy.
You just heard it for yourself.
Am I not? My skeletons could have a dance party.
Is that what I saw last Halloween dancing around at your house?
Yeah, my skeletons could have a dance party. So I know there's people out there going, "Oh, who is she to talk about this?" But at some point you kind of wake up and you mature a little bit and you say, you know what, there's a big picture that's beyond just my desires and how I want to do. And it's about our fellow members of society. And when we have a set of decency among people, then our society has flourished and done better.
Listen, we all have a past, present, and a future.
Yes, we
okay, so right now, not a lot you can do about the past, but your past, let's look at it realistically. Your future, okay, let's talk about the future. The future of this country, the future of your soul, the future of your well-being, the future of, monetary things, the future is all ahead of you.
The future of the example that you set for your kids.
Yeah.
I've got a saying that I've read years ago, and I thought, this is me. Every sinner or every saint has a past and every sinner has a future.
Correct.
And that's true with all of us. We can all, even if we didn't have the correct mindset yesterday, we can have the correct mindset today, and we can grow into tomorrow and become better and do better. So,
yeah, because guess what? Your past, just day after tomorrow, today's my past already. So definitely one step at a time. But folks, let's get together. Let's rally together. Let's be together in unison. Let's stand up. Christians, where are you? This is a call to you to say, people that are spiritually led. I'm not saying you have to be a churchgoer every single Sunday, okay, that's not defining you, as Booth says, as a Christian, but you do have a moral compass. You need to use it, and we all need to get our consciences together and say, you know what? What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. This is not okay. Let's stand up and let's say it's not okay. Let's get our country back on track. Let's get our moral fibers in check, okay? And let's start healing and repairing and try to make a better future for the people that we're leaving behind.
Simply for me, what it is, this that we're seeing, this radical degenerate swing in American society is not the social standard I grew up with, and I believe that the future generations deserve better. They deserve the opportunity for goodness that we had when we were growing up, and it would be nice to see us return to that. Enough. We've had enough.
Is enough.
A lot of people aren't aware this is coming to small town communities all over. We're all on board with people being in recovery and choosing to do better, etc. But what people are not on board with, and this is happening in my small community, is individuals who are making a lot of profit off of a piece of property are wanting to do a halfway house for men that is right by schools, grade schools, community centers, you name it. A halfway house for men, and this isn't a large rehab unit with a lot of security and counseling, etc. It's just a halfway house, and it's a halfway house for men that are made to go by the court system. This isn't a choice.
Court ordered.
Right.
Yeah.
It's court ordered to keep them out of jail. So in my community, people are pushing back, and I'm happy to see the average Jane go to the community meetings and stand up and tell the truth and face the scorn from the liberals who believe, it's not in my community, and you're a bad person if you don't want this next to your kids. Thank you for those brave people that are standing up and fighting this, because it's we all have sympathy for these people. We all hope the recovery goes well. Statistically, they don't. They have issues. Do we want these next door to children that are latchkey kids because their parents are working jobs, that are walking home from school, things like that? No, they have no place in small communities where there are children in schools. That's what I have to say, and I hope you can chime in and give me your opinion. And you know what? If you have a strong opinion, maybe you should also contact the Harrison, Arkansas City Council and let them know.
Well, it starts with them sharing the opinion. It starts with you talking about it and having conversations about it. But it's from A to Z. I mean, all of these things have to have structure.
Right.
It's not that there's not a place for them, but is it that place? And that's kind of how it is.
Exactly. And that's what like my friend is saying. I believe that there's a place for people, and to give them an opportunity if they really want to try, and to help them try. But the place doesn't need to be in an area where there are a lot of children coming and going. Do you want people that have been drug addicted on meth, that have had a history of breaking and entering and theft, et cetera, living next to your grandma?
Yeah, we cannot infect
Right.
everything, okay, with these kinds of standards. That's really the case.
We don't
So,
infect the people
Yeah.
next door and the people down the street with the disease just to help the people that are sick with
Isn't
it.
that the way the world's going right now, though? It's being thrown on us, and we see how liberals' approach is to that. As long as they're not in my backyard, we're okay with it, and we're
Yeah.
going to preach
We're gonna-
to the whole world
Right.
that it's okay, unless they tread on my lawn.
Yeah.
If they tread on my lawn, then it's not okay.
We're
but
going
if
to
they
put
tread
them
on
in your
yours, it is.
backyard,
Yeah.
and we're going to risk your children and your grandparents and your property and your
Yeah.
whole entire way of living. Of course, I'm wealthy enough; it's not going to touch me,
Well,
right?
see, and that's what you see even with,
Right.
with the migrants. That's what you see with everything, and that is their
So
view.
you know what? As
Yeah.
poor working people, we've
Yeah.
got to take care of each other because
Yep.
we're all we have. Because trust me, they do not care.
They don't. They absolutely don't care at all.
That's my PSA for today.
I got lots of those, so I can't start or I'll never finish.
I know.
Anyway, so.
Well, plus I'm hungry. So
Hey, we're starving.
I know.
All right, let's get out of here then. Right now, we're just going to say God bless you.
God bless
And
America.
God bless America. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.